This will play well with GBNews core audience, I imagine. Sadiq Khan hoping to reverse the decision of the Brexit referendum, which is, of course, well within the remit of the London mayor, I would have thought.
Yeah, Sadiq Khan. I mean, I wish he'd deal with something that's actually within his remit instead of dealing with stuff that isn't. So Sadiq Khan is arguing for Britain to rejoin the EU single market because Brexit is not working. So he's calling for a pragmatic debate, and he's accusing ministers of having select amnesia when it comes to Brexit. And he says Brexit is doing immense damage. I mean, I'm not a Brexiteer. I voted Remain. I don't know if I'd vote the same way again. It was a marginal thing for me. But I can tell you, Brexit isn't responsible for London's problems. Sadiq Khan is responsible for London's problems.
There's two issues here,
knife and gun crime are surging. Transport is so unreliable. The transport network is so unreliable. And there's nowhere near enough houses. So rents are absolutely surging. So it's ridiculous. And that's having a real impact on London's economy.
And it's interesting you mentioned the third one there, the rent surging and the lack of property, because if anything that Brexit obviously has done, it's sucked a lot of itinerant labour out of the country, and a lot of businesses are struggling. But London clearly is the least struggling of any of them. Yeah. I mean, if the housing shortage is anything to go by. There's two separate issues, aren't there? A, is it anything for Sadiq Khan to be talking about at all? But B, I do think there's probably quite a few people who did vote for Brexit on the understanding that the trade deals would be.
Yeah. No, but yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think that he's calling for Brexit to be reversed at all. What he's saying is, let's be open about it. And he's right in that all the political parties, including the Tories, it's an incredibly toxic issue. Still, they're not talking about it. There is a problem. I'm not calling for us to go back in, even though I'm a big, not a fan of Brexit at all. But the point is, we have to acknowledge that the raising of these trade barriers is causing a problem for companies. For our economy has suffered. Yep. So we do need to start discussing it, so we can find solutions. And just sort of saying, make Brexit work, that's not enough.
No, I agree with you. It has become very toxic, and it has. I think there was a period when there was too much attempt to smother it completely and make sure it was a stillbirth and not going to happen at all. Yeah. And then people like Keir Starmer in particular recognised that this was doing Labour a lot of damage, and so they backed off and go, we're going to go full steam ahead and there's no turning back. And in fact, neither of these are very grown-up approaches, are they?
Keir Starmer is actually using the Brexit mantra. He's saying we're going to take back control. Yeah. So he's really tacked to the Brexit.
He's got a good sense of humour.